and ça c'est deuxième channel ouais and jodi nous allons faire une autre vidéo KRIK KRAK. You guys absolutely love these KRIK KRAK videos, so we're going to keep them coming. If you guys ever have your own personal stories you would like to tell that are paranormal, voodoo, or anything of the sort related, of course, the email is right here on the screen. Don't send it to the professional email. It's going to get tossed. Don't send it to the Instagram. It's going to get lost, okay? So these two stories we're going to be telling in this video in particular are going to be updates, okay? So for this first update, we're literally going to be doing the updates of the person that was basically having a bunch of strange ass dreams, and I was like, it's probably due to the weed or whatever. So basically the person sent in an update, basically trying to clarify everything. It is pretty long, so get your tea, get your snacks, get everything you need. And while you do that, make sure you guys go listen or add it to your playlist to listen to after, okay? My new song, I Needed Love, okay? It's a little compass joint, okay? I hope you guys truly do enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for putting your feet on my neck and having me put that song out, all right? I'm gonna be working on something else very, very soon. I love you guys so very much for always supporting me. And of course, check out my other channels. Everything you need is going to be linked down below, and we're gonna have another update after this one as well. So let me grab my little spiced eggnog. No, it's not cremas because somebody forgot to steal it from their house, but maybe next week I'll have some cremas. Haiti pour cuisse. Bon Dieu béni. Like I said, I will link the videos down below that we are referencing. A quick reference, this is basically going to be talking about the person that wrote in with a whole plethora of different dreams that meant a whole bunch of different shit, and we didn't know what the hell was going on. So hopefully after this, we'll know what the hell was going on. Hi, I submitted a few weird things that happened to me through my life and you featured it. Due to my terrible grammar and misspelling, some things were hard for you to understand. So I'm writing this next email to explain the parts you didn't understand or I failed to articulate properly. You don't have to feature this one unless you want to. You don't even have to read it at all, LOL. Oh no, we reading it. And it's okay, because I feel like a lot of things get lost in translation, especially when you're reading it. First, my family is extremely religious, like church every Sunday. We couldn't play with cards to play spades and more. So, pause, let me just tell you about that. So, boom. My dad, who also practices, right? He is one of the only people, not even only, one of the very few people that told me that some people actually read fortunes through playing cards. I didn't even know that until he and a few other people told me that. It's very interesting, but like, you know how, we know about tarot cards and all these other types of cards, oracle cards, there are people that can read through playing cards. So as a result, there's a lot of religious people that don't even believe in touching playing cards because they feel like they're evil. So that's probably why. My family isn't as close as there's a lot of abuse and bullying within us. How are they religious but they not close? That don't make sense. We pretend to get along on holidays and birthdays, but they don't really like anyone, not even themselves. Okay. The shark dream was reoccurring since I was 10. I dream about being on a boat, being happy. I went up to someone I didn't know at the time, but one day met in the future and she pushed me off of a boat and everyone just watched it happen. You have some interesting dreams. Maybe they mean something that aren't very literal. No one reached out to try and help me. There was a huge shark in the water and it just chased me for ages. I finally made it to shore and the boat kept on sailing. I walked away wet, alone, and sad. Maybe that just means that nobody really fucks with you in life. That's exactly what that sounds like. If you're literally dreaming of sharks chasing you and people you pushing off of boats, it just means that nobody that you fuck with you. I used to have dreams about people chasing me all the time. I used to have dreams of like not having a tongue. I always thought of it as like me just not being able to speak up for myself in certain situations when I wasn't as outspoken. So I feel like a lot of dreams aren't really meant to be taken as literal, but I mean, it really has to do with what you're going on in your life. My grandparents were very old, born in the 1920s, and bought their home in the 40s or 50s. So there probably wasn't much info on the internet if the internet was even a thing. The house directly across from my grandparents' house that I grew up in is called The Field in my family. If the house is called The Field, just understand I'm not going. Fuck is you talking about the house is called The Field? How about good the fuck? My grandpa made it a sports thing for us kids with a basketball rim and baseball things. Yeah, okay. The Field, you bought a house hundred thousands of dollars and you call it the field, or maybe cheaper because it was in the 40s, 50s. It's probably $2 back then. But I'm just saying, the field. I don't know, maybe One day my cousins and I were playing in the field and my uncle came outside. For some reason, my mind wouldn't rest. I kept feeling compelled to watch him. Then I started running towards him and then he started to fall backwards. My grandma's porch was pretty high up. It's about 7 steps to get to the top. So he fell pretty hard onto his head. Oh my God. I was praying for him and my screams got my grandparents' attention. He ended up being okay. He also had a stroke or heart attack a different day, years later, Jesus, and didn't know. Wait, how he didn't know? Hold up. He also had a stroke or heart attack a different day, years later, and didn't know. I made him go to the hospital that day and they told him if he didn't, he would have died in his sleep. I don't understand what it is with black people and not going to the doctor. They'll get hurt and they'll be like, oh, I'm fine. Thank God you told him to go to the hospital. I'm happy he's okay, because that's fucking ridiculous. Like, niggas will really sit there and go through all of this turmoil and oh, I'm fine. No, you're not. You barely okay when you're not hurt. The fuck? Anyways, I got some things wrong about the fire. My mom told me how it really happened. So my grandparents moved into the new house across the street before the fire. Okay. They let my grandma's family stay there since they had moved but still owned it. It was a 2-family flat. The family members were on drugs. Wait, hold up. I gotta focus for this. Hold up. The family members were on drugs bad, so they were upstairs high and their kids were in the basement playing with matches. Was DYFS ever doing their job? Like, ever? In any century? In any decade? Because that's fucking crazy. They started a fire and no one noticed until the house was unsalvageable. Well, that's sad. Everyone got out alive though, thank God. A few years after moving into the house I grew up in, my grandmother lost her ability to walk. Oh, I'm so sorry. She was in the wheelchair for the rest of her life, but she kept her cake business and was known in our neighborhood as the cake lady. Yes! See, that's why when people be saying, I can't do it, the older generation should be something that we look up to. She used to make the best food and cakes I ever tasted. No one has ever topped her. The group home thing. Oh my God, yes. This one was scary to me. Ooh! She got choked out by the group home person or attacked in some way. The group home thing. One male resident seems wholesome and one seemed like he had a dark shadow. The other seemed normal, spiritually. The dark shadow one creeped me out sometimes. I would stay up but sometimes doze off due to the cleaning being done and all that would be left is bathing them in the morning. One time I dozed off and he was standing above me, strangling me. Child, listen, y'all are brave. Somebody gotta do the fucking job, it ain't gonna be me. Nigga, what? Yo, the people that do these jobs, like, y'all are heaven sent. Ain't nobody telling me y'all not going to fucking heaven. Except for the ones that be abusing them. But y'all are heaven sent. Because women, I wouldn't be able to be like, yeah. I woke up scared, heart beating quick, LOL. The new resident just gave dark vibes from day one, especially when he slapped me. Yeah, I would assume. The heart attack thing. I don't remember that one. Oh, wait, I do. So sometimes my heart would just beat so rapidly that it'd be hard to breathe. I started having panic attacks and seeing things happening to me, and the people there or who did it would tell me that what I'm describing never happened, but I'd remember it. I'd sometimes even remember that whole day. My memory was never bad. It had just gotten bad. When I went to the reader, she told me that a particular event I had a panic attack about really happened. It involved assault and friends. But when I asked the people who would have been there, not the aggressor, they say it never happened and there is no reason to lie if they were just a bystander. See, now this is the part that I was so confused about, because it's like, how could somebody tell you that something didn't happen if it happened? But at the same time, I will say that a lot of people, especially when it comes to mental illness or using drugs, be thinking that things happen and if they didn't happen. When I was bipolar and not medicated, I would take things a certain way or perceive things a certain way and really like hardcore be like, nah, it's true. Oh, nah, this is that. Like, and you couldn't tell me no different. Like, you could not tell me that someone wasn't saying something or someone wasn't doing something to me or like I wasn't Like, it was kind of scary now that I think about it. Like, that's why I always tell people mental health is very, very important. Whether you're taking meds, going to therapy, whatever the case may be, because a lot of times you will perceive something to be something completely different. I've also known people to be on weed and it's like a really bad strain, and they just be on all types of fucking delusion. Like, and it's like, I'm not saying, you know, smoking weed is bad, or same thing with alcohol. Like, they just drink a little too much, and since like their brain be drunk all the time, their perception of things is crazy. Since they're tired all the time from drinking and, you know, all of that, like, their perceptions of things is just all the fuck way off. So you guys got to be very, very careful. It's the same thing I said in the other video, because like a lot of times you think, oh, it's just a little weed, it's just a little liquor. If you're constantly smoking, if you're constantly drinking, if you're constantly out, if you're constantly sleep deprived, if you're constantly doing something, your brain is not going to be happy with you. It's going to play tricks on you. Same things with your body. Not everybody can sit there and drink all the fucking time and be fine. Not everybody is a high functioning drug abuser. Okay, because at the end of the day, alcohol is drugs. All that shit is drugs, you feel me? So you got to be very careful with that type of thing, because at the end of the day, you're technically wearing your body out. In terms of that, I don't know how they could tell you that you didn't have something that happened. Like, I don't know. Comment down below what you guys feel, you guys, because I feel like a lot of people had mixed opinions in the last video about that too. Like, I think we were all just fucking confused. We was just like, how the fuck? Like, where the fuck? Like, I don't know. But it's very interesting. The dream about the normal girl. I was a woman about 25 years old, and I was engaged in selling my house to live with the guy. This woman came to buy the house, and I was telling her my story and how I got the house. The woman just gave me a look, and I can't explain it, but it was like a command. Jam. The girl just lost it. She screamed and lunged at the girl. They both fell back on the floor, and the girl started bleeding, and the woman I was seeing through started crying and thought she killed her. She left the house, then went back later or the next day. She was gonna get rid of the body, but the girl wasn't dead. The girl was saying some weird stuff to the woman, and eventually she turned into a baby before disappearing. Yeah, these dreams are weird. Right before this dream, an older woman appeared to me in a dream, but I dreamed of my bedroom, as if she wanted me to see her story. I think she was the woman. The girl is the one who died, and the woman is the woman's eyes I saw it from. And I'm so glad that you said you have the same types of dreams. People think I'm crazy when I tell them about them. Now I know it may be rare, but maybe not insanity. Some dreams I wrote down, but some are just so vivid and they stay with me. Yeah, sis, I have dreams like that all the time. Like, I have a lot of dreams where they're not my dreams. Like, literally they're from the ends, like the eyes of other people. And it's just like somebody's guiding me through, not even guiding me through. It's like I'm dreaming somebody else's dream. Like, that's the best way to explain it. And it's like, okay, that had nothing to do with me. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with that information. I just go about my business. What the fuck am I supposed to do with it? If you want me to do something, spirit, send me an email. Like, I don't have time to be out here deciphering shit. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I feel like my spirit guides are very annoyed with me sometimes, because I'll be having time to be playing fucking tic-tac-toe, Blue's Clues with y'all. My dreams are very weird like that. Like, I literally, sometimes my dreams start off as my own, and then they'll shift into something completely different. So I definitely get that. This one is very strange though. The always dreams start back up whenever I get back to my grandma's house for an extended period of time. With the information about the basement, the things I saw, my dream about being attacked by a black demon, and the girls in the walls. Also, my nightmares take place in my grandma's house sometimes. My dreams will be normal until I stay there for more than a day. Other crazy things have happened to me, like being in the mirror, saying positive affirmations over myself, and hearing a woman I know saying they used to stand in the mirror and wish and pray that I'd never lose weight and stay fat and unlovable. Don't ever say that about yourself, okay? Ever. You are definitely worth it. You're beautiful, and I'm sure you're lovable. And at the end of the day, if you really want to lose weight, you'll lose weight, okay? Don't ever say you're unlovable just because you're fat or whatever the case may be. Not to mention, this same person purposely discouraged me when I was in the gym heavy, and it worked because of my personal insecurities. I feel for you, sis. Been there, done that. Whenever someone says something about me, I ponder on it for ages, then I get stagnant. Listen, whatever it is that you truly want to do, you're going to do it. If you let other people stop it, it's because you never wanted to do it. Okay, I always say that shit because there's always times where I want to do something, and if someone says something to me and it really discourages me, it's because I subconsciously wanted to do it for reasons that weren't for myself. I wanted to do it because I wanted to impress other people. I wanted to flex. It wasn't something I truly wanted to do. I wanted to do it for social media purposes. So if something ever stops me, it's more than likely something that I didn't truly want to do. So if you truly want to do whatever it is that you say you want to do, then you gonna do that shit. Fuck all those other people. I don't hear voices, or at least I never did before. There's a flash of something I've seen happening to me that would explain this change in me. Only problem is it's very dark. I'm too scared to even type what it is. Oh God. You should definitely go see another reader. That's scary. If this night actually took place, I'd be a follower, impressionable, and a coward, and everyone around me would be predator or evil at the very least. They hate me. It involved two friends and starting a practical joke on the other, literally saying what I thought was a joke. Hold up. Me going along to get along, agreeing to the joke. Then a brutal turn towards me and my life, sort of like being a sacrifice. I use pendulums and tarot, which has been right about things. I have no way of knowing that. I'm a bit of skeptical. My pendulum says I'm right, and that night took place. Hold on. So is that a dream or is that real? I need more clarification on this, because that's subjective and that's kind of scary, because we almost there, guys. Oh, I'm lying. I'm fucking lying. Okay. we got a good little ways to go. What do you guys think about this shit so far? Because I feel like, to be quite honest with you, again, like I said before, all of it could be subjective. It could be psychological. It could be real. It could be spiritual. Nonetheless, I feel like you should definitely go to a reader or someone in the spiritual realm, because that is very interesting. Like, when it comes to those types of dreams and visions and stuff, that really just means watch your circle. Watch the people you're keeping around you, because they ain't shit. Like, those types of shits, like, especially if it was real. Because, like, imagine if that's real and you still got those people around you, girl. Watch your back. Okay. I mostly feel things. Like, people say a voice told them to stay home and the job ended up catching fire. Yeah, that happens to me a lot. I feel like I should stay home. The only voice in my head has always been me. Now I hear messages and IDK what it means. Like, I'd hear something like Loki wants to talk to you, and I'd see a fucking spider. It would literally crawl and jump on me. Ooh, child, that's terrifying. I hate spiders. I'm terrified of spiders. I don't got time for that. Some people believe Loki is tied to spiders. When I prayed and asked who's my spiritual guide or protectors, I'd hear Papa Legba. I never respond, because I'll be damned if I let trauma turn my ass into a crazy I've never been before. I don't get it. What's wrong with Papa Legba? Are you saying? I don't get it. I need clarification on that as well. I've even had a dream of a dark-skinned man in a suit with red accents and a hat sitting on a couch with a smile. Baron Samdi? That's the only one with a hat, right? Hat, suit. I don't think of anybody else. Yeah? I was walking toward him and I got afraid. I thought it was danger, so I prayed him away, and the look on his face seemed hurt by me doing that. Not like he was angry, but genuinely disappointed. I have been going to psychiatrists and I've been taking anxiety meds, but the dreams don't stop at all. Okay. Now, let's just point out the difference between a psychiatrist and a therapist. A psychiatrist gives you meds, a therapist gives you therapy. Some places will require you going to a therapist before you get meds, while some places will just give you meds. At one point, I didn't go to therapy and I just had a psychiatrist. Now I have both. But understand there's a big difference. A lot of psychiatrists won't even give you therapy. They'll just be like, okay, what you need, what you got? All right. A lot of them, some of them diagnose you, some of them don't. That's why a lot of them refer you to a therapist to get a real diagnosis, and then you go to a psychiatrist. So I suggest you go to a real therapist and see, like, you know, actually talk to someone for a full-blown hour, because even when I see my psychiatrist or whatever, it's like a 15-minute consult. So that's the real difference. Psychiatrists can prescribe you meds, therapists can't. So there you go. I do believe I have borderline personality disorder, but my psychiatrist thinks it's too early to tell. My emotions are extreme and short. I distract myself a lot. I like to be alone a lot because I think a lot. I like this is a particular way, but not to be anal about it. I don't know. The stray cat. I do remember this one. It was my aunt's cat, but they kept her outside to keep mice out. The black male cat was holding her and his paw on the back of her neck, and she was screaming very loudly. What the hell? The cat was trying to kill the other cat? Oh, child. I got a broom and shooed him away, but he kept lurking. She stayed with me after that until he left, making me know she wasn't trying to be intimate with him. Oh, yeah, this was the cat that was raping the other cat. I think it was because she was already pregnant and not by him. Oh, God. Well, the cats came out looking like to make the stray cat I'd always see her with. Okay. I don't know what that, well, the cats came out looking like I don't know what that means. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how it happened. A lot of crazy things with animals happen to me. I've seen a cat be raped by a dog. Wait, what? Do they do that? Okay. When I was very young, not even a teen yet. Animals always jumping out of trash cans at me, dreaming of animals of all kinds, squirrels, always looking me in the eyes, always seeing bunnies, ladybugs landing on me while I'm moving in a car, butterflies landing on me, bumblebees following me around, etc. I know it sounds crazy. I used to hate being outside just to sit because bugs wouldn't leave me alone. I'd be the only one with 10 mosquito bites. Yeah, that actually happens to me a lot too. Animals tend to gravitate towards me. It's very irritating, but yeah, I just kick them. Let me stop. I don't kick them, but I kind of just shoo them away. I've kind of just learned to accept it, especially with the fucking mosquito bites. Cats be following me home. I forgot I was talking to my landlords one time and a cat tried to like just run in my house. Like, I was like, I mean, if it stays, it stays. But my landlord had kind of like shooed it away. It was a cute little orange tabby too. Such a cute cat, but it just is what it is. I feel like cats choose you. Animals choose you. But I do feel a lot of anxiety. I feel like I've hurt a lot of good people and pleased all the bad. The bad ones broke me and I hurt the good ones. And I've had a hard time forgiving myself for it. Don't feel bad about that. I mean, you sound pretty young. It is what it is. We all do fuck shit when we're young. Although I've made a change in character 2 years ago, I don't exactly forgive myself. Never too crazy, but I am short and dry with responses and I isolate myself from them. I am the same way, and honestly, it is what it is. I mean, at least you're not, at least you don't lack remorse. Emotions can also make me snap quickly. I've been working on that though. I listen more than react now, so that's progress. I fell off the porch at my grandma's. Jesus Christ, I don't remember that part. I was on the porch with my mom and grandma, I think. I was only 3 or 4. My grandpa always took walks every single day. Oh, my bad. Took walks every single day. This day, he was coming across the street and I saw him before my mom. I got excited and tripped down the stairs. My mom says it looked like I was being cradled in someone's arms and laid on the ground. Yo, that's not the first time I heard a story like that. I've heard stories like that all throughout my life. Like, all throughout my life. That shit is terrifying. Woo, child. I got up and didn't cry. I was perfectly fine. No bruises, no nothing. My grandpa turned around and started walking away as if he didn't want to see me hurt or hear me cry. My mom called him over to me and again, I was fine. I was still calling for him. I've had a dream about my aunt trying to give me a black frog. Black frogs have a significant meaning in different cultures though. So I'm not sure exactly what your culture is, but they mean just different things in different cultures. I know they use frogs for poison in a lot of voodoo ceremonies. So, same thing as turtles. It's interesting. Black ones, they had black veils on and there was so much black smoke around. I knew it was them because of their voice and tattoos. When you speak about spiritual curses and attacks, that makes me side-eye them. I didn't take the frog. I ran away from them actually. Thank God. Don't know what that means. The internet says it's revealing secrets and protection. I don't know. So I couldn't push away goodness unknowingly. I wasn't smoking through most dreams. I did get laced for months without my knowledge. You got laced through your weed? Where the fuck was you smoking the weed from? A crack house? Let me stop. But no, seriously. You got laced and you didn't know? Child, I'm sorry. Thank God you're good. And you're on meds? Wait. Comment down below. I'm not an expert, but if you're taking meds, especially anxiety meds, why are you smoking weed? You shouldn't be smoking at all if you have anxiety. Let me just say that, because this shit is going to make you more anxious. But if you are going to smoke weed, you shouldn't be taking meds. Girl, you need to very much so watch what you're doing. It's gonna make your shit worse. I put it in the first one, but I didn't make it a big point, so it was easy to overlook. That was the catalyst of me becoming more self-aware. I've never done anything but weed and drink. My dream started when I was as young as 5, so drugs can't be the reason for them at all. Again, I apologize for how long this is. Whenever I tell anyone anything, they just say I'm crazy or demonic. I don't think you're crazy or demonic. I think there might be something going on, which, I mean, you said you're getting help for, but demonic, crazy. Some of my dreams that I didn't mention started out with me being, me seeing a person. Sometimes they touch me. Sometimes my dreams would just be black screen and I'd hear someone, mostly my ex-boyfriend. He's sometimes telling me I'd never be anyone's first choice. That's so fucked up. You have a lot of subconscious things going on that I think you need to deal with. Because Jesus. Sometimes he's asking me about my dad, what I like to do. I'd have dreams of shapeshifters. I do. I believe my family has a few generational curses. My mom was the black sheep so much. Her sisters used to have to hold her down while others beat her up. Jesus. Do you understand how nasty that is? That's like, I don't understand, like the type of abuse that our parents had to succumb to. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't really blame them for treating us like shit sometimes. Yeah, to be held down and beat and then have a kid after that, you know, shortly after, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of depressing. I feel like our parents went through a lot of trauma that we could never relate to because that's messed up. That's really disgusting. My aunts don't like me as I've been able to see into her life. I confronted her as a child about being mean to me because her husband was abusive to her. Yeah, that's usually what happens. I told her I didn't deserve it. She was shocked. My mom never told me about her abuse. I just knew. She never really liked me from them. Liked me from them? I don't get, what does that mean? I don't know. I'd have dreams about my aunt putting me out months before she actually did it. It was just wild. I have many more dreams and real life experiences, like the cloud I saw form into a face and eyes. Blinked. Oh, Lord. I was sober. I like to cloud gaze. It's my thing. Honestly, I used to cloud gaze a lot as a kid, but then the shit started to freak me out, so I stopped doing it. I stopped doing it. I know what I'm supposed to do about these dreams of seeing someone else's stories. It's like they're already dead and need my hope crossing over. Oh shit, that's maybe what them dreams mean. I ain't got time for that though. Shit, kudos to you, cause I ain't got time. I don't. Or they're in danger and need help. I think I'm supposed to write their story out, burn a candle while writing, and read the story again. Burn the page and then spiritually cleanse with sage. Florida water on hands and feet, then bathe in salt. So, I want to know how that goes for you because maybe that's what I'm supposed to do with my dreams, but to be honest, it's mad work. I would just love to know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with my dreams because maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing too. But yeah, sorry for the long message again. I know it seems like mumbo jumbo, but I'm really intrigued to know what you think. If you have some insight that could help me or think I'm just plain crazy, LOL, I'm not objective to criticism. I take it all with appreciation. Stay safe, healthy, and lovely. I proofread this one, but I don't have a problem with focusing while reading. My mind starts going on a trip immediately, so I apologize for any mistakes. I hope I cleared up your confusion. You cleared up a lot. I still want clarification on a lot of things, but Jesus Christ, that was a lot. I'm very intrigued to see what happens when you try to help these people cross over because I don't know why I'm having dreams about different people that I don't know nothing about, I never seen before. I never really thought about where my dreams were coming from because I would forget them very, very easily. Like literally as soon as I wake up, within 30 minutes, like I completely forget them. Sometimes I try to write them down, but it doesn't really work because like the details are only vivid when I'm in the dream. And then as soon as I wake up, they just kind of wipe out. So again, I'd love to hear how that goes for you because that is kind of, intriguing to me. And I'm very sorry you had to go through all of that. I feel like you have a lot of bad people in your corner, like from friends to, it sounds like your mom's low-key toxic too, even though she had her own trauma. And I feel like sometimes we have to give our parents a little bit of grace, but at the same time, you're a fucking adult. You have to deal with your own shit. But I feel like we choose who we choose to forgive. Whoever we choose to let into our lives, we have to accept what comes with them. So there's that on that. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about the story down below. We're going to head into the next update, okay? And before we get into that, again, make sure you guys check the description box for everything you guys, for the sage. Make sure you guys check down below for the things that you guys always ask me about down below. And most importantly, make sure you guys are still subscribed. A lot of times, the shit be talking about some you not subscribe when you subscribe. So make sure you guys are still subscribed to this channel. And I do have other channels. Again, make sure you guys check the description box down below. So let's head into the next one. So this update is following the story about the girl that basically inherited her father's law, and she wants to clear up some confusion. So let's get into it. This one's not too long at all. So, hey again, I hope it's okay to send a message here just to elaborate, but I noticed there was a bit of confusion in the video. I really liked seeing your thoughts / reaction in the video, and I appreciate you telling my story. By the way, my family and I use the term papa referring to one's grandfather. Really? Comment down below if you do that in your family too, because that's interesting. I did not. Okay. I'm Creole. I live in Cali, and my family's roots are sprawled all over the South, including Louisiana. Ah, that makes sense. So we say it with a hard draw. Pow. Oh, like pow pow. Ah, why'd you say that? Maybe you did and I just missed it. Okay, we're country. Okay, that makes sense. I can see how our different cultures and languages are. It's pretty fascinating. No, absolutely. When you speak Creole in the vid, I understood pretty much everything you said without aid. Now that's kind of nuts. Wow, pow pow. Okay. The fact that we had similar inclinations kind of had me paying more attention to past signs I didn't pay attention to before. Looking back on some of my dreams, I'm pretty sure a loi or two has been trying to tell me something. That's usually how it is. I've had a few zombie dreams prior that I didn't think much of. Could have been Bao Samdi trying to tell me something. It could be one of them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Thinking more about the characteristics of Papa Legba, I'm sure he was the one teaching me how to speak a little French and Spanish while listening to what languages I've learned in life with a smile. I'm fucking dead. That's so cute. Also, I didn't go into much detail about the breaking point and how the attempt of suicide, oh man, I'm so sorry, lost my grandpa's ashes because it was involved in a house fire. Jesus. I can imagine. That's the only reason I never wanted to have somebody's ashes with me, because losing it would be so devastating. Because once you lose the ashes, baby. Like, that shit is sad. Since then, I've had time to heal and mature. So I'm okay. But I still think my my papa, chap, I gotta practice, okay? Leave me the fuck alone. Y'all probably laughing at me. My papa might be lingering around still. I once lit a small white candle for him and the flame grew so tall the wax nearly melted the whole thing. Yeah, that's how it'd be. I compared it to another candle of mine. Kind of cool. Okay, and she left a nice little picture. Yeah, candle magic and stuff like that is actually pretty cool. I probably wouldn't be able to be the one to make a video about that. It'd be cool to bring someone on here, but don't bet on it. It's gonna take me a while to find someone that's actually comfortable coming on here talking about that. But thank you so much for the clarification. Honestly, I feel like when it comes to loi and stuff, that's why I always be telling y'all, make sure, okay? I don't care how comfortable or uncomfortable you are with your parents and family members. You have to ask them what loi they serve, what the fuck type of dealings they had, because that shit will jump onto you once they pass on, okay? And whether they had a good deal or a bad deal, you need to get that shit handled. You need to have that shit taken care of, or else it's not going to be pretty, okay? It's not going to be great. That's why I'm always telling y'all, like, yo, take care of your shit, take care of your life. Take care of your family, make sure they doing the right thing. I mean, clearly you can't control other people, but if they're doing fuck shit, it will fucking latch onto you, bro. So definitely, this was a very interesting one. I definitely am interested to see how that goes, your loi, and see if it's Bao Samdi or Papa Legba. And I hope you do right back, because I'd love to see the update on that. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to add to that or have any questions, comments, or concerns about that last story, feel free to add it down below. Again, if you ever have any story you want to send, please send it to the KRIK KRAK email. Is right here on the screen, or it is linked down below in the comment section or in the pinned comment. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all that. Peep the description box, listen to my single, join the Patreon, get your merchandise, and I'ma see y'all next time. Bye!